Hello, I'm Patrick McGinty. Welcome to World History of Music, a channel I have created that is devoted to the study of music from contemporary popular and classical music all the way to prehistoric and even pre-Homo sapien music. That's right, music before our species came along.
What have I got?
Now I'm sure you've listened to music before. It's everywhere. You may have even talked about the processes, techniques, and practices of musicians while composing or performing music. That's essentially music theory. But looking at music from a historical perspective, discovering and discussing the whens, wheres, whos, whats, and most of all, whys behind the music is something that most people don't care about unless it concerns someone he or she considers his or her favorite musicians, like the people who read Teen Beat from 1967 until 2007 to learn about their favorite boy bands.
Oh my god, I love Teen Beat magazine. The best issue is the one with the NSYNC shirtless centerfold. My favorite member is Joey.
So why should you study music and its history beyond what encompasses your favorite musicians? Well, the answer depends, especially on how old someone is. For kids and college students, it's basically a matter of overall well-being. For adults, it's a great way to broaden your perspective and become a more altruistic member of the Earth, the largest musical instrument we've ever directly encountered. It's more or less common knowledge these days that if a child studies music, he or she will do better in school. But did you know, he or she will also have better motor skills, listen more actively in general, and enhance their health and their stamina. To quote the Children's Music Workshop, children can also explore emotions through music, which may help them better understand who they are. And most importantly, to the pursuit of music history, children learn to embrace other cultures through their music. Embracing cultures. That's what historians should do. I'm embracing music history. I love you. The benefits don't end after secondary education. Salem College in Winston-Salem, North Carolina lists a myriad of reasons, including that Condoleezza Rice, Bill Clinton, Albert Einstein, and Benjamin Franklin studied music. Ah, Franklin, you even invented an instrument, the glass harmonica. They, of course, also listed a historical and cultural reason. Studying music allows us to understand other cultures and places in an intimate way. We learn about the complex relationships between composers, society, music, and ideas. Scott Huntington, a blogger for the Oxford University Press, listed specific advantages for higher education, such as reductions in dropouts, admittance into medical school, and even better exam performance. He also had this to say about studying music history beyond an educational arena. Regardless of what we do for a living, all of us are listeners who can learn from the past. We are surrounded by music on a regular basis. It's an integral part of our culture that has ebbed and flowed in various directions over time. Learning about its history and the ways in which it changed over time will make our appreciation for it much greater. He quoted his music history professor, Dr. David Gonzo, no, not Gonzo, though he is a musician too. There he is. He said, one can sing a melody or play a harmony only if one really understands how those melodies or harmonies have been valued in their particular culture, how they have been performed, thought about, composed, improvised, listened to, danced to, and worshipped to. Truly successful musicians understand all their music because they worked hard at becoming terrifically well-rounded. A more eloquent quote, an eloquote, aha! Was made by English psychiatrist, psychoanalyst, author, and professor at Oxford from 1974 to 1984, Anthony Storr, concerning music history in his book Music and the Mind. Music exalts life, enhances life, and gives it meaning. Great music outlives the individual who created it. It is both personal and beyond the personal. For those who love it, it remains as a fixed point of reference in an unpredictable world. Music is a source of reconciliation, exhilaration, and hope, which never fails. Dennis McNally is a music historian and author that wrote about 20th century musical entities like Robert Johnson and the Grateful Dead. His ultimate reason for his work is satisfaction in manifesting his labor for posterity. He stated, "I think of my work as leaving a message in a bottle. 100 years from now, if people want to know what was the Grateful Dead about, or if they want to know about Jerry Garcia, hopefully they'll read that book. If they want to know the context of Robert Johnson's playing, hopefully they'll read Highway 61. Every book is more about the time period than anything else, and it also says something about the subject." Clearly, both Storr and McNally recognize the temporal yet perpetual qualities of music. Ultimately, the best way to study music in general is, of course, to devote time to listening to it and developing your own opinion. To bring up a famous quote that's been uttered by many people in the musical realm, writing about music is like dancing about architecture. It is an incomplete exercise to analyze it through the perspective of someone else. Another quote about the nonverbal analysis of music comes from Einstein's discussion of Johann Sebastian Bach. This is what I have to say about Bach. Listen, play, love, revere, and keep your trap shut. Einstein was far from perfect, but I don't think anyone is going to argue with him about that. When music is boiled down to its essence, all that's really left is its personal and impersonal history, concerning the composer and the listener respectively. If there is no history, then obviously there cannot be music. I also insist the opposite is true. I cannot imagine living in a world without music as much as one that does not have history. As long as people have been documenting their past, they have been using rhythm and melody to both complement and supplement it, and I believe they always will. Thanks for your time, and remember to always listen to history.